Greetings. How are you this day of days? Dragon Ball Z. My name is Ramy Hakeem. This is the Ramy Hakeem Show. For those of you who don't know, I'm a stand-up comedian with no stage. So I've been just going crazy, slowly. And I decided to start a podcast just to get the steam out. You know, release the pressure valve on my insanity. It's been a day. It's been a day, you know. One of those days where you're like, what am I doing? Is there a God? You know, how do I get a gun? It's ooh baby, it's a wild world. It's a wild world out there. A lot of things happening. A lot of things not happening because the lockdowns are still on. They're slowly opening up, but who the fuck cares? Yeah, it's an interesting time. Bitcoin's up. I don't know if you're into crypto, but Bitcoin's up. Dogecoin's down. Who would have thought that internet money with a dog on it wasn't viable as a currency, you know? But I believe in it. But I'm not one of these idiots that are like, oh, Doge to the moon. Doge to like a decent, like Doge to the upper atmosphere, maybe, but to the moon, I don't even know what that means. Anyways, this isn't a crypto show. I got a friend who's he's into crypto, but he's also into a lot of other things that make me question if crypto's a real thing. He thought Donald Trump was gonna fucking arrest the pedophiles and all this shit, and he was a Canadian that read Q. A Canadian that read Q. I don't know anything about Q. I know nothing about QAnon. I just, apparently they made them like attack Nancy Pelosi or steal her mail or whatever, which you can't, what were those guys, what were they thinking? They were just gonna go into a fucking state building and take shit and like what? Anyways, the worst thing I think that happened from that is that the idea of storming the Capitol became laughable. Because the Capitol needs to be stormed, but not by Donald Trump fans. By everyone. Everyone needs to storm the Capitol and take these fucking lizards out of power. But anyways. Yeah, man. Life's good. My son, he's getting to the age where he starts touching things in stores, where he starts like grabbing things off the shelf and shitting in the aisles, which is fun for my wife. I work, so I don't have to clean the shit in the day. Which is, you know, it's weird. Like we have like kind of like a traditional thing going on, where it's like I work and she stays home, which is great. I love it. I fucking love that shit. I can't have my girl working. I don't want her to be at some job and some hunk comes along and he's like, hey, and she's like, and he's like tickling her at work and she's like, oh my God, this is crazy. Like I can't have that. You can't have that. But life's good, you know. It's fucking. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. And by technical difficulties, I mean my fucking sister is on speakerphone. Oh, God damn it. God damn it. You know, you try to improve your life. You try to start a podcast no one's going to watch, that YouTube won't monetize because I said Nancy Pelosi. My head is filled with names and I don't know who these people are. I have names in my head. I don't know who the face is. I don't know what these people have done. I don't know them. Nancy Pelosi, I think she's that old woman that's like, she like talks like this and but I don't know who she is. What is she? What's Nancy Pelosi? What is that? A lot of names I don't know. Like fucking Oh God, I'm forgetting. I'm forgetting the names. Good. Stay out. I don't want to be thinking about these fucking people I don't know. Oh. Does anyone else think that Melissa Tran woman is a spy for the Chinese government? The Canada's top doctor? I think she's a spy. I have no evidence. This is not like, I'm not making a declaration. I have no power. Don't come after me. You're gonna get nothing. This is everything I own is a fanny pack. I think she's a spy. It's weird. Like, does China have a Canadian top doctor advising them on COVID? It's like just a bucker who comes out when they're like, oh, we need to COVID. This is the doctor. And he comes out, oh, boys, she's fucked, eh? You fucked around in the market, in the wet markets. You fucking chopped up a few bats. You fucking threw it on top of a few fucking ungulates or whatever. I think an ungulate's a deer. Ruminant's a deer. Regardless, you fucked up. You fucked the pooch on that one, boys. Now we're fucked. Yeah, I think she's a spy. I can't prove it. I just think it. I'm not saying she's a spy. I don't know where her loyalties lie. I don't know who she is. I just see her come on TV and she's telling us what to do, like how we have to shut down or we're all going to die. And it's like, who are you? How come I've never heard of you before? So yeah, I think she's a spy. Oh, and it's not Asian hate. I love Asians. Like, you know, people are like trans things. Like, they wish they were other things and they came out like, you know, a fucking Chinese guy, but they want to be a black guy or whatever. Like, or that guy, who's that white guy that everyone says is black? Sean King. I'm like trans Japanese. Like, I wish I was Japanese. Every day I wish I was Japanese. Like, the way, it's just the way their culture is, like the way they get up and they fucking, everything's so neat and proper and like, they're so like deliberate about the things they do. I'm fucking Spanish and Arab, so there's nothing. It's just chaos. It's fucking chaos. I eat with my hands. When I'm having a nice, pleasant conversation with people, it sounds like I'm yelling at them. I wish I was Japanese. Every day. I grew my hair once. I grew my hair long. I have like Jewy hair. Like, my hair gets curly and people are like, oh, shalom. And I'm like, no, hi. People think I'm like Israeli when my hair's long. I wish I was Japanese. I put it in a samurai like bun. I look like an idiot. So I just buzz it now. Because this is how I should look. I should look like my hair is uneven in spots. This is my look. You know. Majin Buu. Dragon Ball Z was a good show. Dragon Ball Z was a really good show. They don't make shows like that anymore. I sound like Trump. They don't make shows. It was a great show. Phenomenal show. One of the best shows. Everyone talked about it. Everyone said it was great. They don't make shows like that anymore. They just don't. What happened to the shows? They don't make shows like that anymore. It was fucked. It was crazy. It was a little racist, too. It was like the Namex. For some reason, I thought all people was like Indian. You know what I mean? Like he was from like Varanasi or something. Like, he gave off an Indian vibe. And for some reason, like, I don't know why, maybe it's just like stupidity, but it seems like Japanese people draw Japanese characters white. Like, they look like white people to me. Like, I realize now that Goku was Japanese, but he just looked like a white guy. Vegeta is Japanese. He looked Italian to me. I think it was the Dracula, the M. What's it called? The Widow's Peak. Why is it called a Widow's Peak? Is it because he should be bald, but because his wife's dead, he's not stressed out, so he kept his hair? That's when she died. The hairline was receding. She died. It stayed right there. Now he's chilling. if you could see how unprofessional this setup, well, you can see how unprofessional this is. Yeah. I know someone who's battling mental illness and drug addiction. I've known this person for a long time. It's getting worse. It's getting to be a problem. It's getting to be a real problem. And you know, I feel heartless because a lot of the times I don't care. But then when I encounter them, it's like, oh, this is why I don't care. Because they're fucking, like, I get it, like, we have to have empathy for people with mental illness and drug addiction and stuff like that, but it's like, they're so hard to empathize with. They lie, they're fucking shitty and shisty. It's like, just fuck off. I thought drugs were supposed to make people cool. I thought drugs were supposed to make people fun and cool, but it's not. Yeah, man, just, you know, just, you know, anyways, I'm not going to talk about personal things like that, but I'll talk about myself. I'm a fat fucking pig. Recently stopped smoking a lot of weed. I used to smoke a lot of weed, but then I realized it kind of makes you retarded. And I know potheads hate hearing, no, man, it's like a tool for nature and blah, blah, blah. Really? Because I just play video games and jerk off a bunch. I don't see it. Where are all these gurus? Just because you get a Hindu like a fucking, the Om sign tattooed on you, doesn't mean you're fucking doing Wim Hof breathing. You're not a guru. You're just a person with a tattoo. And what a lame tattoo to get. Unless you're like really about it and you're like, you know, you're dressed in the orange robes and you say wise shit. But they don't. Fucking more interruptions. You know what's funny? People don't talk to you until you have something to do. And then they don't stop coming through. I haven't seen her all day. As soon as I hit record, it's in, it's out, it's phone calls. Stupid. I don't know, man. I'm just waiting for the aliens. Because every day now there's another one. There's another fucking pilot, general guy who's like, oh, the aliens are real. They're coming. You know, oh, look at this ship we saw. And Joe Rogan's going on about aliens. Everyone's going on about aliens. I still think it's Nazis. How much crazier would it be if it was Nazis? Like if we saw the craft and it landed dramatically in the middle, you know, Manhattan, and the thing just went, and everyone's like anticipating the aliens and the army's pointing the guns at, and then Hitler walks off. That would be the greatest cliffhanger for like a TV show. It would be unbelievable. No one would have saw that coming. If it turns out aliens are just Hitler, that would be wild. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping everyone's like, oh my God, aliens. And then all those people that say they got abducted by UFOs and the little green men, they're just full of shit. It was Hitler. And what would we say to him? What would he say to us? What could he say? I'm sorry about all that. I know I was in a weird place, but I've changed. I'm starting my own podcast. Hitler came back and started a podcast called The Fourth Reich. It's like, I know I had some controversy. People are still afraid of Hitler. Everyone, like, that's the thing. Like, everyone says, oh, that's the next Hitler. It's like Michael Jordan. It's like LeBron James is the next Michael Jordan. They're like, Saddam is the next Hitler. And now it's like, who's the next Hitler? Any white person is the next Hitler. You know what I mean? It's like, the next Hitler. It's like, how long is it going to be that guy? Like, in 200 years, is he going to be funny? Are people going to laugh at Hitler? Is Hitler going to be a joke? I want Hitler to be a joke now. I feel like that's how you destroy those neo-Nazis, is you make the guy that they worship a joke. That seems a way more powerful tool than random billboards that say stop Asian hate. It's like, oh, Hitler, if people laughed, the first thing that they saw that they laughed. That fucking idiot, oh my God, look at his mustache, fucking goofy face. The Nazis are like, we're serious about this. Why'd I have to do a southern accent? I didn't have to do a southern accent. It's just funnier. It's funnier if it's a southern accent. Oh. Things are, what can you say about the world? UFC's fun. It's fun to watch. I like UFC because it's very easy to get into. It doesn't take, there's not like a real learning curve. It's a punch. You see the punch. Oh, that guy's bleeding. Okay. I tried my hardest to pretend to like football. I'm like, yeah, football, fucking blah, blah, blah. I picked a team. I picked the Green Bay Packers. I thought that was like a good, like, just team to pick. It's like you pick the fucking, I don't know, who's like the team. I don't know, the fucking Patriots or whatever. If you pick them, it's like you're a bandwagon guy. Okay, fine. You pick, I don't know, the fucking Bengals. I don't even know what the cities are. But if you pick the Bengals, you're an idiot because they suck. So I picked like Green Bay. I thought it was middle of the road, but then people tried talking to me about it. They're like, oh, did you see Aaron Rodgers? I'm like, I don't know who that is. Well, that's the quarterback for Green Bay. I got to remember names. Okay. Fuck football. Fuck football. Fuck soccer. Not two reasons fuck soccer. Fuck soccer because when I was a kid and we'd play soccer in like grade 4 and someone would trip, they wouldn't act like they fell out of a car. They would just get up and we'd keep playing. You see fucking anyone in soccer, if a gentle breeze caresses their face, basketball's becoming like that. Fuck basketball. Fuck basketball. Fuck basketball. Everyone loves basketball. It's okay. It's like okay sport, but like, how can you watch that for that long? I get so bored. It's like, oh, what a dunk. They should fight. That's why like old basketball used to be fun to watch when I was a kid, because like they would fight. They would start fighting. There was like a bench clearing brawl. That's fun. Let them fight. Hockey, fuck hockey, but not fuck hockey. Not because I'm Canadian, because fuck hockey. But they let them fight. And that's a great thing for a sport. It's so Canadian. That's so Canadian. Just hold on, boys. Let them duke her out. Hold back up, everyone. They're fucking throwing sillies at each other. Give them room. That stupid, like, grab his shirt and fucking punch him, and they're fucking balancing on these like knives. One guy falls. All right, clear it out. Back to the game, boys. Get in the boxes, boys. Fucking chill her out. Have a dart, and fucking think about her. Okay, you guys are fucking acting like ladies. Let's fucking calm down, eh? Women's sports, and here's another thing. UFC's great because I will watch the women's UFC, like the women's fighting. It's so interesting. It's great. Women's any other sport, it sucks. Women's UFC is more exciting than men's basketball. It changed my mind. Oh, Crowder. Fuck. Okay, we're just jumping into Crowder. I hate Steven Crowder. I hate him. Not because I think he's wrong about things, because a lot of the times he's right. It's just the way he's right. He's so douchey and smarmy and fucking full of himself. I can't stand Steven Crowder. I can't stand that whole like, oh, well, what do you think about X, Y, and Z? And the person goes, well, I think ABC. Oh, well, that's interesting because DEF. It's like, that's not a discussion. You're just being a dick. I hate Steven Crowder. It's like, Steven Crowder, when he does those change my mind segments, there is not a person more closed off to changing their mind than Steven Crowder at that fucking table. He can't concede a single point. And I've watched a few of those. And sometimes he's right, but I hate the way he is right because he fucking rubs it in their face. And then I when he's wrong, he does this like dance of like, well, you said this earlier, so you're wrong here. It's like, dude, you are the worst. Ben Shapiro is another one. And I'm not saying this like, oh, this guy's a lefty attacking. It's like, I am apolitical when it comes to that shit. I'm fucking, my politics are very simple. Leave me alone. I'll leave you alone. And fuck off. That's my politics. That would be my slogan. If I ran for prime minister or anything, my thing would be fuck off. That's what it would say. People would be holding Hakeem 20 fucking 30 fuck, and the thing would say fuck off. And that's what I would say anytime they ask me a stupid question. You said on a podcast when you were younger that you wished aliens were Hitler. I'd be like, fuck off. People go crazy, or people are like, oh, can you believe it? Yeah, I can believe it. Fuck off. Just fuck off. I don't want to hear it. Ben Shapiro is another one of those, well, I'm never wrong about anything, and I'm going to speak 1,000 words a minute. I'm never wrong about a single thing. Well, here's why Palestinians deserve to die. Dude, you can make a case for Israel without just being completely heartless. No sympathy. No sympathy. It's like, well, Israel killed like 3 kids playing soccer on a beach. Have you seen the way they play soccer? It's fucking violent. Okay, man, like, whatever. And the thing is, I agree with them on some things, like a human. I agree with them on some things. But a lot of, it's just the way they go about it, that argumentative tone. It's like, they're talking about, oh, the left and right politics have never been more divisive. It's like, I fucking wonder why. Because you're being a dick about everything. You can't hear these people out. Yeah, they're kind of crazy, blue hair, no such thing as gender. It's like, okay, getting a little wild. But, okay, why do you think there's no such thing as gender? Well, because whatever reasoning they have, it's like, okay. Instead of going, well, biologically, like, you can talk to these people and, like, they're clearly upset. It's like, okay, well, like, what about trees? There's only 2 genders in most of nature. Well, the Native Americans, they respected their trannies. It's like, okay, like, that's cool, that's interesting, but like, why should we take that? They also thought the Rock was alive, and the fucking, you think you own whatever land you land on, colors of the wind. It's like, they also thought that you could paint with the colors of the wind. You can't paint with the colors of the wind, you paint with paint. Fuck Crowder. That mostly, of anyone, fuck Crowder. He's just a douche. I'm right about everything. And I'm right about everything too. You're probably wrong. And then Ben Shapiro, the wet ass pussy thing. It's like, bro, get over it. Like, people like sexual music. Let them. I thought you were Mr. Freedom. I thought you were all about state rights and individual rights. Right? Let them make their fucking shitty sexual music. It's like, fucking, I hate those people so much. But I don't. Like, if I saw them, I'd be like, hey, nice to meet you. And the Crowder, I might be like, dude, I wouldn't even say, I would, get the fuck away from me. But of course, he's from Montreal. What do you expect? He's from Quebec. What do you expect? We want to separate. That's not French, by the way. That's garbage you're talking. Have you ever called the worst thing, the Serb, the hotline in Canada, if you're watching this from anywhere else, which you're probably not, you call for your free money from the government, and it'll be like, what are the coronavirus benefits, blah, 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 blah. Press 1 for English. It's the most disgusting French. My mom speaks Parisian French, so I grew up listening to, like the real, like, classy, I beg you, like the real French. And this is like, fucking disgusting. That's not French. Oh my god. Oh my god. I got lightheaded from yelling about Crowder because I can't stand people that say they have an open mind, but their mind is so shut. It's so shut. Either you have an open mind or you don't. But don't sit people down. Don't bait people into having a dialogue with you, and then you're just gonna fucking diarrhea your opinion all over them. And if they don't agree, I'm surprised you said that because it's not what I would say, and you're wrong. Hate them. Whoops. We're just having fun. I'm just having fun. You know, I don't expect anything to come of this. This is going to be a waste of time, but that's okay. It's okay. We need to waste a little time. Unlike these fucking, like, Gary Vaynerchuk and all these people are like, you can't waste a second. If you're not building a business, fucking shut up and fucking build one. It's like, I don't want to build a business. I just want to have fun. You're a loser and I hate you. It's like, okay, Gary Vaynerchuk. You look like fucking Ernie, which is the one? Ernie. He looks like Ernie from Sesame Street. Oh, build a business, Robert Lucky. He's got that fucking giant head. That little body. He's like 4'3". Fuck Gary Vaynerchuk. Fuck inspirational people. Like, as much as I listen to Tony Robbins. I love Tony Robbins. I think his heart is in such, it's always in the right place, Tony Robbins' heart. And I love him. I think he's such a treat for human beings. Super positive, super kind. You know, the problem with you is that, okay, you need to understand something, that success doesn't grow on trees. It doesn't grow on trees. If you're trying to grow a tree to get success, you're not going to get it. You got to get up in the morning. You got to make a plan. You got to strategize to your plan. And you got to execute the plan. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Tony Robb. You got to invest just a little bit of money. If they created a tax, you bitch, you scream, but you pay. You got to invest that money. It's like, okay, Tony, I'll invest that money. But Gary Vaynerchuk is like a different thing. And he's like, it's like, ugh. Stop trying to inspire me. I'm fine. I don't need a fucking Dobby from Lord of the Rings or Dobby from Harry Potter, whatever. I'm you know, I wear this shirt, but I'm not a nerd. I just got this because my son says baby dragon. That's why I got this. Yeah, I don't need this fucking creep telling me. Doesn't he look like a creep? Just a fucking head. I'm being mean for no reason, and my mind's not open to get. I'm Steven Crowder and Gary Vaynerchuk. Vaynerchuk. Chuck. Also. Yeah, I like Tony Robbins though. Some inspirational people are good, are cool. I like Steve Harvey's inspiration, but he brings it back to God all the time, and it's like, stop. I'm not evangelical. I'm not born again. I'm not gonna fucking sign up to your fucking thing. You put God first, you gonna get it. Okay. Deion Sanders. I love Deion Sanders. His Instagram is amazing. He's super inspirational. Bam. It's all, and he has that voice. You got to get up and get it. I'm getting it. You getting yours? But he's not forcing it on you. He's just, I'm rich and successful. Are you? It's like, no. I'm not, Deion. But I like, he was a fucking baseball player, football player. That guy's fucking amazing. I'm just going through people. Jesse Ventura. I love Jesse Ventura. I feel he was so maligned by the media. Jesse Ventura should be the president of the United States. And anyone who doesn't think so hasn't really listened to him. You know, I think that basically what we need to do is we need to lock up all the criminals. We need to get out of these wars. Why are we blowing up brown people in the Middle East? It makes no sense. General Smedley Butler wrote a book, and I read it. I love Jesse Ventura, man. Well, wait a second, Piers. We never indicted Bin Laden. What does that mean? I don't know what that means, but we didn't. Never indicted him. I love Jesse Ventura. I love Jesse Ventura and Alex Jones. When they would do the Alex Jones's radio show, Infowars.com, they would talk about conspiracies, but they would eventually stop talking about conspiracies, and that was my favorite part, when they would just talk about their lives. So Jesse, you got a book coming out? Yes, I wrote a new book, Marijuana Manifestos. That sounds like a great book, Jesse. How about we get a steak after this? Well, no, Alex, actually, I'm trying to eat lean. I eat salmon, quinoa salad and salmon. The doctor says I have to stay away from red meats. That's bullshit, Jesse. You gotta get back. Let's go have a steak and a glass of whiskey. Well, no, Alex, I don't think I can. Those two they blew me away. I love Jesse Ventura. I love him. The way he shakes when he has a point. You know he doesn't have a point. You stumped him when he's not shaking. It's like, well, what about this? And he goes, well, let's say, I don't know. But if it's like, hey, what about this? And he goes, well, let me just tell you so. It's like he can't wait. He can't wait to get it out. I'm going to say it. Imagine being his wife and arguing with him. You didn't do the dishes. Well, wait a second. Check the dishwasher. I bet you it's loaded. Well, who do you think did that? Think about it. Honey, did you eat the kids' lunch? And well, I was hungry. What do you want me to do? Starve? I'm not going to starve for my children. Just make them a new sandwich. What's the problem? We armed Cuban friendlies. Okay, that's enough, Jess. That's enough Jesse Ventura for one day. Because the problem is when I start talking like Jesse Ventura, I don't stop. One time I went to go visit my friend in Pennsylvania, and me and my buddy Dylan literally didn't stop talking like Jesse Ventura for the whole 4 or 5 days we were there. It was just non-stop. We would meet people, and I'd be like, well, tell me about the Gulf of Tonkin. Like, yo, what's wrong with your friend? And then Dylan would be like, I don't know, he seems to be making sense to me. And then people would be like, what the fuck is wrong with these Canadians? I don't know. What's wrong with the Saudis? 17? Armed with box cutters? Oh, God. I could do Jesse all day. It's a problem. It's a real problem. Oh, yeah, man. It's getting fat. My stomach hurts. I get a lot of Indian scammers that call me, which I love. I love the Indian scammers. I love the Indian scammers for so many reasons. First of all, I love the names they give themselves. They give themselves the most hello, this is Paul Smith calling from the CRA. You're in insolvency. We're going to shut down your social insurance number unless you call. Okay, what is your credit card? Give me your credit card number right now on the phone. To an Indian guy with the name Paul Smith. It's like, I'm not fucking doing it. And the Chinese scammers, they don't even try. It's just like, gee, well, it's like, okay, this is not for me. But the Indian scammers, man, and my uncle almost got caught in this scam. I don't know how you can be so dumb as to believe that Joseph Watson is calling from the Canada Revenue Agency. Sir, we're going to suspend your social insurance number unless you give me $5,000 right now on the phone. Give me credit card number. Like, how can you fall for that? He almost fell for it. I saved him. Never thanked me, but that's okay. Those scammers, man. I call them and I waste. Either I get Indian at them, like I'll do like, hello, this is Christopher Stevens calling from Canada Revenue Agency. I'm like, why are you calling? Or I play like a dumb, like idiot, and I bait them, like I keep them going, and sometimes I pretend to be Buck William Rogers. You can call him Buck. And I'm like, yes, Mr. Rogers, how much do you have right now in your TD Meritat account? I go, I don't know, about $300,000, $52. I'm a trucker. I've been doing it for a long time. Make some good money. Seen a lot of things on the road. And they start telling a story. It's like, okay. Yo, Indian scammers have no patience. They're not even in it for the scam. Like they're just they don't commit to the scam. They're like, hey, calling Canada Revenue Agency, and you just start talking to them. Hey, shut the fuck up and listen to me. Like they're fucking wild. They get mad. Go fuck your mother, you big pussy. Amazing though. Amazing. Yeah, man. They really there's a lot of Indian scammers. Like I get calls, air duct cleaning service. Like who's getting that? What's the scam though? Like do they actually come and clean your air ducts? Like is that a real business? There's a lot of air duct cleaning services and all of them are owned by Indians. And let me just preface this before people go, oh, this guy hates Indians. I don't hate Indians. My wife's half Indian, okay? I love Indians. The food's amazing. The people are friendly. I mean, they're a little weird. They're a little mean. They can get mean. They can get mean. The most insulted I've ever been. I used to work at a Tim Hortons. And they go deep when they insult you. They find what's wrong. And I'd be a shitty employee because I was like 16. And she'd be like, the reason why you're bad at work is because you disrespect your mother. I'm like, don't talk about my mother. You're rude to your mother, I can tell. And this is why you fail at work. It's like, fuck. She's right. Like, why you... Don't bring my mom into this. You're fat. They're wild. But they're good people. Everyone's good people. This is the thing. Everyone's good people and everyone's a piece of shit. There's no such thing as like, oh, this race is worse than this. It's not true. Everyone's good people and sometimes they're not. Like Japanese people. Look, Dragon Ball Z. Also, Rape Man King. You know, it's a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag of tricks. Yeah. See, the thing is, I have nothing to talk about, but I refuse to get into like pop culture. Like whenever I hear someone say the culture wars, I go, you're a fucking idiot. The culture wars. Shut up. What, idiots and retards arguing? That's not a culture war. A culture war is like Islam versus the West. That's a culture war. China versus the West. That's a culture war. Not fucking fatties with blue hair and no gender versus fucking Trump idiots. Fucking, yeah, Trump idiots. But not just Trump idiots, you know. I don't want to... If you voted for Trump, you're an idiot. But yeah, you're an idiot. And if you voted for Biden, you're mentally ill. You can't vote for him and not be mentally ill or just completely ignorant. And you can't vote for Trump unless you're easily fooled or ignorant. It's ignorance on both sides. And the people in the middle are like watching this fucked up tennis game go back and forth, and they're like, dude, like, when are we going to talk about the economy? When are we going to talk about reality? We're talking about nonsense. Nonsense. But there is a lot of nonsense that's like coming to fuck, getting political. Fuck politics. Getting out of politics. Fuck politics. I hate politics. I fucking hate politics. Because it's not real politics. That's not real politics. That's shit. Should trans athletes be allowed to play in fucking high school? That's not politics. That's culture. That's like what's happening with these people. You know, what's happening with the society. You know, like Thailand ladyboys are like a very much accepted part of the culture. It's not political. It's not political. But everyone wants to be political, which is fucking weird. Like gay people have their own flag. Why? Why do you have a flag? What does that have to do with finding love? It's love. Gayness is love and sex and all those things. Why is it political? Where's the politics? Oh, well, we need to get political because for a long time people were beating up gay people. It's like, why do you need a flag? Okay, represent your thing. But a flag? That's like fucking the Confederate flag. If you think about it, it's like we're our own nation. You're not a nation. Gay people don't get along with other gay people. But I guess nations, people don't get along inside them. This is just, I'm dumb. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. I'm very dumb. But, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. I remember when I was a kid, they promised us like, oh, you know, by the time you're an adult, you know, robots will be doing everything and, you know, everything will be self-driving cars and all these things like that. And like Elon is trying to do the self-driving cars thing, but like robots doing everything. If by robots you mean us, then I guess they were right. Because people are just retarded. Retarded fucking masks. Look at this. Fucking mask. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't worn a mask like once. Like I wear it, but like I wear it like this. Like I fucking, hold on. I just do this to shut people up. And then people are like, hey, put your mask over your face. I just go like that. No, put it over your mouth. I just go like that. Not because I hate people and I don't like science. Because I can't breathe in that fucking thing. I can't breathe in it. I can't. It doesn't work. I suffocate in those fucking things. This is what happens when you have nothing to talk about. I can't believe they canceled Halloween. That blows me away. They canceled Halloween. How do they have that authority? Doug fucking Ford and fucking... I thought I could lean my arm on nothing. How weird if I just... Fucking Doug Ford. Fuck, I don't want to talk about these things, but what else is there to talk about? Homeless people? Like, there's nothing else. It's the dollar's crashing, the government sucks, fucking gender, I don't know. Like, there's what's going on? There's nothing fun. We need some fun. We need more fun in this world. You know? I remember when my girl was pregnant, we'd go to the gynecologist a lot. And, you know, the doctors, they don't give a shit. Doctors do not give a shit. It's like, oh, yeah, your baby's fine. It's like, you didn't even look. And how can you see from the vagina? Like, what do you, yeah, it's fine. Like, that's not science. I'm a doctor. Dude, everyone I know has really bad experiences with doctors. Where they're just like, nah, you know, take an Advil. It's like, I have leukemia. Oh, yeah, we'll take 2 Advils. That doesn't help. What? Yes, it does. Well, should I, start juicing? Should I start going for runs, taking vitamins? Like, yeah, you can. Or you can take chloraxifil. What does this do? Nothing good. Nothing good. But I don't want to take this stuff. Well, then die. What about, like, should I drink orange juice? If you want. Like, isn't that what a doctor should be doing first? Is like, do you eat fruit? Are you healthy? Do you go for runs? When's the last time you went to a sauna? They don't do that. They just go, here, this is all you need, is this thing. Yeah, but on the box it says I'm going to kill myself and my family. Well, you might. You might. But then you should take this. This stops you from killing yourself and your family. But this makes my other thing worse. Look, do you want fucking help or not? Every time I go to the doctor, I try to like argue with I try to argue with my doctor. I always try to say things. Well, I heard on Rogan that all you need to do is take a sauna and an ice bath. Well, it's good for you, but what? Is it good or not? I mean, I guess if you're into health. There's good doctors though. I'm being an idiot. I'm just talking shit. There's great doctors out there, but just not whenever I go. Not whenever I go. The best doctor I ever had in my life was Dr. Bluestein. He looked like Will Ferrell. You know, he had one of those like a real man's voice. He'd be like, yeah. You're healthy. Yeah, and he would always like measure my baleen. I was like a kid. He was my pediatrician. It was weird how many times he saw my dick. He saw my dick like a lot. Like every time I'd went in, he'd be like, let's see it. Good job. Nice stuff. Good stuff. It's like, I have a sore throat. Yeah, but I gotta check on that dick. You never know. You never know. It's like, he never did anything weird. It's weird how often pediatrician looks like how many baby dicks do they see in like a month? It's gotta be a lot. It's gotta be a lot of baby dicks. Like, who was the first pediatrician? Like, who was like, oh, let me, you know, I gotta look at your son's dick. I gotta make sure he's okay. And the funny thing is, I've always had Jewish doctors my whole life. Not like deliberately seeking them out, although I would now if I had the choice. I'll take a Jewish doctor, please. I trust them. I trust Jewish doctors. But they're always like really excited about like circumcisions and stuff like that. Not like excited like, ooh, let's do it, but like excited like I was like, yeah, like I just asked them like, yeah, I was thinking about getting my son circumcised. Like, oh yeah, do it. Well, I just want to know, what are the health benefits? Oh, tons, and his dick won't look weird. It's like, is that medical advice? Yup, get it, do it, snip. Mazel tov, let's go. Snip that thing. Muslims snip it too. Muslims also snip labia, which even the Jews are like, that's not necessary. That's okay. Ladies, you keep the labia. Not all Muslims, just like really hardcore Muslims. Like, cut it off. There is no pleasure without God. Wow. Now I know why you guys are willing to blow yourselves up. Fucking sucks. It sucks. Yo, Saudi Arabia sucks. They're like, oh, we're going to open up for tourism. Why? So I can be bored? It sucks there. It's flat, it's hot, and it's too many rules. It's way too many rules. If you ever go to like a country and like you can feel like something in the air, it's like the pressure of like the governance, you know, like in Canada, it's like, it's a little stifling, but like there's enough room. In America, it's like, it's pretty open. Like you've kind of, I don't know, the way I describe it is like electricity in there. Like it's very open. And then you go to some countries, you're like, there's no rules here. Like this, like when I was in Argentina, it's like, oh, I'm on my own. Like you got to watch out for the cops in Argentina. Just pull you over and be like, $50. Let's go. $50. Let's go. The daddy needs a new fucking case of empanadas. Give him $50. But in Saudi Arabia, it's like the coverage. It's like a suffocating amount of rules because everyone's like so into God. Like this is crazy. Like you can go to a mall in Saudi Arabia, and then they'll do the prayer, Allahu Akbar, and everyone's like, let's go to the mosque, and they just go. They don't shut the store. They just go. Like one time, my grandma was buying jewelry in Saudi Arabia, and they were like, oh, time for prayer. But women don't go because they're not allowed. Halas, you don't stay here. And the guy just left my grandma in the jewelry store with the door open and the case is open. He goes, Halas, watch the place. And my grandma's like, yo, I'm so South American. Like, I'm about to snatch. But she didn't because they'll cut your fucking hand off. That's a rule. That is a rule. If you steal, we're going to cut your hand off. That's a fucking rule, bro. That's a society run by men. Like men. It's like, what happens if you fucking kill someone? We kill you. What happens if you steal? Fucking cut your hand. Here we're like, well, if it's theft under 1,000, then it becomes technically a misdemeanor crime. And blah, that's like, whoa. Savior's like, alas, he took it. No permission. It's more complicated than that. They have like 3-strike policy. You're this close from losing it. 2 more. Fucking one-handed motherfuckers walking around. I don't trust that guy. You know, why'd you lose your hand? I stole. 37 minutes. Well, more than 37 minutes because I had to edit it because of interruptions. Life's good though. I'm happy. You never guessed by listening to this, but I'm happy. You know, looks like comedy's gonna open up soon. Looks like I won't need a vaccine. If I need a vaccine, man, I'm fucked. If I need a vaccine to perform in a comedy club, I'm fucked because I'm not getting it. I hope they don't do that. I hope they just let it open. Like we don't need protection. Comedians don't need protecting. Okay, we're wild. Like the real comedians, not these fucking losers that fucking make an open mic night. Like this has to be a safe space. We have to make this a safe space. We have to make this a safe space. It's a comedy club. What's the danger? Where's the danger? It's comedians. There's no danger. The only thing you're in danger of is feeling really embarrassed for the comedian. That's the only danger. It's like, ugh. It's a safe environment, you know. No shooter is gonna go shoot up a comedy club. You know, there's no point. It's like that's not a statement. That's like I'd like to shoot up a comedy. Oh man, things are good, you know. I'm gonna end this thing soon. Oh yeah, man. Sometimes I go on Omegle and I play guitar for random people, but Omegle is like, it's just dicks. It's literally just cocks, and then the random like girl. And every time I see this, I go, "What are you doing on here?" It's like, "Oh yeah, I'm bored." It's always Russian or somewhere French. I'm bored. It's like, why? How many penises have you seen? Oh, many penises, as much as a pediatrician. That's what, you know what? I take that back. The only people who have seen more dicks than pediatricians is people on Omegle. You can literally see 20,000 dicks if you just keep going through it. There's enough penises. So many penises. And what are they hoping to find? What are they hoping to find? Just a girl who's like, yeah, I can't wait to see a really, really bad looking dick. But, you know, that's what happens when you open up like a forum to anyone. Penises. It's full of penises. That's human beings. We like to show our dicks to other people. And free the nipple. Dude, there's a lot of nipples like out and about in society. Like I've seen so many nipples lately. And it's like I'm not mad, but it's like I can see your nipples. You know what I mean? And it's like, well, why is the female body shamed for having your nipple? It's not shame. I don't feel shame for you right now. I just can't stop staring. Your nipples, they're like, it's like fucking, it's like fucking like that. Like, whoa, look at that thing. It's like, that's so distracting. Just walking around, there's like a little nipple flopping around. It's like, fucking get whiplash. It's like, Jesus Christ, look at that nipple. That's a long nipple. Yeah. Nipples and dicks and nipples and dicks. That's what this episode is going to be called. Nipples and dicks. Oh. Yeah. I don't know. I've been having a lot of fun doing this. As much as like I have just been spewing garbage at no one, I'm actually having some fun. This is it's a good way to blow off some steam. I don't know if anyone plays video games that watches this, but there's this game called Rust. Now, Rust is like, I understand like war and violence now because of this game. Because basically what this game is, like, you're just a guy naked running around, and you can do anything. You can build a house, you can, chop down trees, and you can make weapons, you can grow plants and have a garden, you can paint, you can do a whole bunch of things. And the game is just people murdering each other. Like, you see someone, murder. No community. You can talk too. Like, people are like, hey man, why are you shooting me? And it's like, just kill. And it's like, that's what human existence probably was for a long time. You know what I mean? Before society and civilization, it was just guy, kill him. Like, and it's a real good like lesson in human psychology, because like you just see like the playground. Like, I remember when I was a kid, there was like two types of kids. Kids that would build snow forts, and then just like Mongolians that just like a group with no fort, and they just went around and fucked up everyone's snow fort. That's what it was. It was kids who were like, oh, let's build a big snow fort, and then like a bunch of sixth graders just like, you gonna lose that, and like just like a wall of kids, and they're just like running at this snow fort, and all these kids are like, oh my god, defend, and they fight. And now it's illegal to have fun on the playground. So, but back in when I was a kid, we used to have snowball. We'd fight and fucking punch and snowball. And the school monitors, the recess monitors would be like, fuck that. They'd go to the other side of the playground, like, kids are behaving over here, and you just hear like battle behind. And then you go to the office after. It's just a lineup of kids just bruised and bleeding. And this is what they did. This was their, at least in Canada, because we don't have school nurses, they fucking took a thing of ice in a Ziploc bag, 2 fucking half-melted pieces, and they wrapped it in a brown paper towel and went, here. And you just, like World War I. It was just a bunch of kids just looking at the camera, just holding fucking packs of ice on different parts of their head. And then the announcement would always be like, please refrain from throwing ice balls and snowballs on the playground. There's zero tolerance, blah, 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 blah. And then recess, it was just kids putting the rock, because they used to have rocks on the playground before everyone fucking lost their gender. And they'd put like rocks in the snowballs and throw like rock balls at each other, and kids get fucked up. Fucked up. But it was great. Such sweet memories I cherish for all my days. Sweet memories, man. The world's so different now. It must suck to be a fucking kid nowadays. It's fucking Snapchat and fucking TikTok and shit. Like, dude, whatever just happened to fucking hitting each other with sticks? We used to just hit each other with, we would just grab sticks and just beat the shit out of each other. And kids got hurt, but you go into what happened? I got hit with the head with a stick. Why did he hit you with a stick? Because it was a battle. I hit him with the stick. Like, you're retarded. Here's the ice in the fucking shitty brown paper bag. Go. And that was it. I miss those days. I miss being a kid. Fuck being a grown up. Who wants to grow up? Anyone who wants to grow up is a fucking loser. You gotta have fun. We gotta have fun in this life. Anyways, I'm gonna end it here. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's been another episode. Thank you for joining me. You can, look, if you want to follow me on social media or anything, you can find it. There'll be a thing somewhere. I'll put a fucking at Ramster Lord. It's basically, I'm Ramster Lord on everything. Ramster Lord. RAMSTERLORD. I don't know what my YouTube channel is going to be called. I'm like playing around with different names. I was thinking about calling it fucking shit face, but I've been advised against that. So yeah, follow on the things, enjoy the things. There's more videos or whatever going to be coming. It's going to get better. It got better than the first one. The first one was way shittier than this one, and hopefully we continue that trend to not a horrible show. So thank you so much. I love you guys. Bye.